Hi Leo, and welcome to Honeybee Tarot. My name is Melissa. This reading is all about changes and challenges, and we're going to take a look at ways that we can support you, buttress you as you move through any changes or challenging times, whether they are positive or less so. So let's take a look. We're going to look at four different areas in which to buttress yourself. One will be your internal strengths, one will be external support, one will be self-care, and the other will be your spirituality. So let's take a look and see what the underlying or overarching situation is here. What are your current, potentially, okay, if you're not going through changes and challenges, this is a, you can still watch, of course, but the intention is that for this is that, I think we're just astrologically in a time where a lot of us are going to be coming up against, again, changes, challenging times. Some may not feel positive in the moment until we get more clarity. Okay, so let's see. All right, the moon. Okay. Something may be coming up for you around, at the bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Cups. And underneath that, 7 of Swords. All right. Something may be coming up for you or maybe coming to light, and yet it's may not be quite clear for you what exactly is going on. When I see the moon, I think more of a need to go within and figure out, sort of like our patterns, our fears, what wakes us up in the middle of the night and creates anxiety, or areas in our life where we maybe haven't dealt with, that keep us stuck in patterns. God, I kind of want to go on and on about this with an example, but I don't think I will. So if there is something coming up for you around partnerships, relationships, I would say rather than look at the situation externally, this may be a time for you to go within and really dig deep. Like, what is keeping you locked or stuck in this pattern? It wants to come up. It wants to be dealt with. It wants to be addressed. And it may be in your best interest to go within and really start doing some of the inner child work, shadow work, and dive deep. Okay. All right. So during this time, what are the internal strengths for Leo to utilize as a support? Internal strengths. Okay. Couple here. All right. Okay, so we have the Death card along with the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know. And the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Again, this just seems to me like maybe you've been through this type of challenge before. Maybe if you can draw from your past experiences and the wisdom that you have gained so far, and you can allow that to one, give you permission to be in a space where you embrace change. Maybe something does need to come to an end. And remember that you know, from a higher perspective, it seems to me, as I'm looking at this death with the Queen of Pentacles, that you've been able to build something, create something, manifest something, like in your earthly realm, because of past losses, changes, challenges. It's made you more independent. It's helped you to become stronger in terms of your ability to provide, not only for yourself, but for others, and to continue to grow that. So I would say, yes, while you may still need to dig deeper, this may also be a time for you to embrace an ending as part of life cycles, as part of life, as part of what makes new ground fertile. Okay, and I know, you know, I know that's not easy. What's coming to my mind is a time when I went through a lot of loss. It was like all at once, and I just remember going, okay, like I'm just going to choose to embrace this and own it and do something with it, even though it was extremely difficult and painful. So I'm just kind of getting that for you, Leo. Interesting. All right, so external support. The deck that I'm using is Tarot of Mystical Moments. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's brand new for me, so bear with me. I do not know exactly the meanings dictated by the author, but so I'm just kind of doing it, reading these intuitively. I'm learning, but all right, so external support for Leo. Ooh, all right. Two of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Judgment card. And, excuse me, and we have the Hermit. Okay. So this does look like it's an opportunity for a new beginning. It's an opportunity to go back again as I said, go within and use this experience to learn more about yourself, about life, about your thoughts about life, maybe even in, sort of who you are and where you're going, and what you want to do with your life and your life experiences. You may be coming into some sort of almost like a rebirth or a spiritual awakening of some sort. Or you may want to find a guide, or a mentor or guru or someone that can help you. But I feel like whatever you're going through, it looks to me like you have support from spirit, from a guardian angel, maybe, from someone who is in the spirit world, but also that you can utilize whatever it is that you're going through to then become a guide for others. It's interesting. I'm trying to remember the last 4 readings, and I really get the sense that this whole external support piece is really about like all of our highest, wisest self coming in, and it's almost like we almost have to do a lot of this on our own. Which normally I would think of, friends, family. You could have a Virgo in your life that can help you. The Hermit card representing Virgo. Could be a new beginning with a Virgo. Yeah. Something about relationship partnerships. Okay, so take what resonates, leave the rest. And if it doesn't seem to fit for you right now, we have a lot of opportunities for change, challenges, and throughout the rest of the year. So, come back to this reading. Okay. Self-care. We have Leo. What's going on here? All right. In self-care, we have the 7 of Swords. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords, and underneath that, we have the 5 of Cups. 5s are all about change. We have 5 of Cups or 5 of Swords, so, some mental energy, some mental verbal conflict potentially. 5 of Cups, your emotional realm, grief, disappointment. 7 of Swords. If you've watched me before, you know that I believe that 7 of anything represents a choice point that will take us to the next level in our spiritual growth and path. It's almost like an opportunity for that true leveling up after having gone through all of the other sword energy. It's like, okay, here's Here's my chance. What am I going to do with this? And in Seven of Swords, you know, this is deceptive sort of energy here. It's in the self-care position. I'm almost wondering if for you, it's time to either be honest with yourself or with someone else about who you really are, what you really truly want to say, what you truly want, what you truly need to express. You know, it's an opportunity for you to release a need to hide. It's an opportunity for you to be more authentic. At the same time, it may be important for you to be honest with yourself about being in relationships or in dynamics where you're allowing yourself to be deceived, or, you know, I just did not want to go down this path, but I will real briefly. You know, sometimes we get into relationships and we allow ourselves to remain blind to red flags, half-truths, you know, something that's, it's okay because we don't want to be alone. And so we settle and then we're upset. Not usually, I mean, yes, in general, we become upset with, you know, sort of what the other person actually is doing, or, you know, snake is a snake. But ultimately, we then become upset with ourselves for allowing ourselves to deceive ourselves, allowing ourselves to betray our truest, authentic desires, wants, needs. So I kind of think in terms of self-care, to see the Seven of Swords, you know, right here underneath the moon, I don't know, I just feel like something is coming to light. This is about you going within and making sure that you're being honest in all ways with yourself and with others. Okay? Especially if you are in some sort of a conflict right now. Okay. And spirituality for Leo. Okay. So we have Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this sort of underlying energy, you know, it's heavy. Be very heavy. Okay. Then we have the World. So something is coming to completion. If you can understand this, right? The World card is also a card full of Saturnian energy. It's an ending of a long, hard, challenging cycle. It's the ending of one and the beginning of another cycle in your life. And there's a sense of balance. There's a sense of being, as I'm looking at this card, to me, there's a sense of understanding our role in creating our life that we're co-creating, okay? Let me just, I don't know if I showed you the picture or not. Then you have the Knight of Swords. I can't, what is that she's carrying? Pen? Okay. So it could be, you know, a need to communicate. Let me think. There's definitely, I mean, there's writing on her dress. I don't have my readers here. Oh, something right is worth the cost. Okay. And Three of Wands. Wow, again. You know, sort of, okay, so if this isn't spirituality, remember, spirituality is a practice, okay? How are you practicing your beliefs in that realm? How are you practicing? I would say get real clear with yourself. Living in integrity. You know, does what you say meet what you do, what you want to put out there into the world, how you want to be seen, what do you want, what have you said or done so far that you're willing to reap the consequences of, look at her braids. I mean, it's like these long winding roads. I mean, she's rising up, right, above the community here, looking at distant shores. She's being more expansive, right? Expanding her horizons. So Leo, I just kind of feel like, for a spiritual practice, your words and your truth and your authenticity and your integrity create your reality. So just be sure that everything is matching up and aligning for you authentically. And recognize that, if you are going through heavy time, this at the bottom of the deck here, she's sitting in the rain, looks like feeling pretty down, and yet to me the duck is spirit, is protecting her, right? And keeping that rain from drowning her. She could take the umbrella and move and walk and get out of the rain. I don't know why, you know, there's always a time for reflection, for sure. For sure. But I don't know that we need to sit in the rain, in the midst of our own, you know, difficult times. What's underneath here? King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay. All right, let's get you a Wisdom of the Oracle card here. Okay. Wow, these cards are really repeating themselves. Okay, so we got Come to the Edge. Meaning lots of the same cards coming out in all of the readings. Okay, and I extensively shuffled. 36. So that's a 9. Like I said, you're coming to a conclusion here, at the end of a cycle. You just have a little bit more to go, something more to do, to deal with, to look at, to examine, to work through. Essential meanings: courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Whoa! Right. Okay, that's what this is going to be called. Express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. I really feel like you are being watched over by spirit somewhere. Okay? I'm going to read the relationship message, because they're just that Two of Cups energy kept coming up, and you know, this could apply to you. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. I am telling you, yes. Okay, wow. I just almost want to cry for you. You got this. You got this, honey. You remember, your life matters, your journey matters, your pain, your healing matters. Geez, I don't know why I'm crying. This is ridiculous. Okay. Be well. Thank you. Take just a second to hit like, share, or subscribe for me, please. Thank you. Bye-bye.